and the keys, tempo, hey time, let's go.
We bring that real talk when it comes to sports, covering the news, giving you the truth. Nothing but that real on hoops in the league. All things NFL, we don't miss a thing. Getting with the coverage, we loving it all day. Picking up the news, tell us wherever the ball lay. With the NFL, NBA, they box so. Sports news in the hands of a man with fair takes. Telling coach statistics and realness that's being spoke. Either hit it for the win or they hitting the goal posts. Either way, we woke up to the news of the day. Any Kenny could call it, he like to talk it out with Ray. Fast breaks down the lane, they better move out the way, or they pulling from perimeter. Curry bury the trade, yeah they got it. Woo! Duval with the hottest, Chris and Dev like the master, and mix it up like it's Logic being modest. They been looking for that real, trying to get it feel. Sports podcast, they run it back on the real. That's a steal, yeah. They never sick, but they ill. Real sports talk going, deliver signed and sealed. We bring that real talk when it comes to sports, covering the news, giving you the truth. Nothing but that real on hoops in the league. All things NFL, we don't miss a thing.
Going on. So it's definitely an interesting situation for the Bears in this situation, because they own the Panthers pick, they potentially could get a better draft position by winning the game and Carolina losing. So definitely an incentive for Chicago to win. I picked them to win tonight, but I have been in the dumps. So if I pick against me, because I don't know what the heck I've been doing. I've free fallen in a league or a group I'm in with Dev. I'm glad he's not on here to talk about it, because the fall from grace has been great since we've been off for a couple episodes. So tonight I do have the Bears. I didn't realize that nobody I knew would be playing. So best of luck to them. And conversely, Kev, I don't know if y'all at the LR watching, but yeah, I don't really know any of these Panthers players either. I do know more Panthers players than I do Bears, but boy, not the greatest game for Amazon, but it's a recession, so I guess you get bad games too. But let's keep it moving to the topics at hand. First and foremost, James Harden. The saga continues. James has forced his way to the LA Clippers. I believe we were for that for everybody, but he did make that decision and got out of Philadelphia in dramatic fashion. Daryl Morey has been left holding the bag, or so we thought. James Harden left. You would think, given him not being a part of the system but being the system, you would think that he would have plummeted. But the Philadelphia 76ers haven't. And last time that I checked, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, the Los Angeles Clippers are not trending in the right direction. I want to confirm that, but I thought the last two times I saw they had lost. And I think James only played with them for one game thus far. Let me confirm. It's not there. Oh, no, they did. They lost to the Nets, another James team. He's starting to accumulate quite a number of teams. And look who has come to party hard. Mr. Kenny. Coach Kenny, what's going on, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Just in here enjoying this lovely Thursday night game. So I'm going to take an aside, and I want to get your thoughts on this, and this is not sports related. Wow. He was wide open, bum quarterback. So I was, getting ready, set up for the show, whatever. I got my iPad, got my Amazon Prime, locked and loaded, ready to go. And I got to tell you, I felt like an adult that I have an Amazon Prime subscription. It's like when you used to have a Costco subscription back in the day. It's like the real adult thing to do. I just feel
Absolutely.
like having Amazon is like an adult thing, but I appreciate that they give us sports, but just interesting. With that, I was talking about the James Harden situation, and he said he's the system, right? However, he has left, and Philly seems to be in great shape. And conversely, the system that he seemingly has brought to the Clippers, which I guess the system is throwing the ball into the announcer. That
Wow.
system, that system doesn't seem to be working, as the Clippers are 3-4 and the Sixers are 6-1. Where's Chris when you need him? Your thoughts on kind of this development, and do you think this trend will continue? I obviously was not high on the Clippers. So who was high on the Clippers? Was it Dev or Chris? Somebody was high on the Clippers on this show. I don't remember who it was. But I thought it was Chris.
I think it was.
Okay, I don't think it was Dev. But nonetheless, I guess kind of your 2 cents on the Harden situation, and 3-part question. If the Clippers thing doesn't work, is this the end for James Harden?
Well, I'll say, well, in terms of the whole I'm the system, that whole thing, I think that was just his ego talking, because you can't, especially with this team that he's on now. You're gonna have to sacrifice, like, and to his credit, he did that. He said he did that for Philly. He did that with Brooklyn. But I think what's going to happen is for the second part of the question is that I think this is the last chance that he's going to get to force his way out of town. Like, I think the next time it's going to be against his will. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be one of them things where he's going to get sent packing because the team no longer wants him, as opposed to him no longer wanting the team. So I think this is the last chance that he gets to dictate his kind of be the master of his own fate, so to speak. And I think that that's it. This is going to be it, because if you can't make it happen with this crew, with this level, with the level of talent that you got, basically you playing with basically four Hall of Famers, first ballot Hall of Famers, pretty much, on the same team. If y'all can't get it done, then you no longer have the leverage to be able to try to force your way out of off teams.
I'll be honest. He in trouble. I think he's in a lot of trouble. I just looked at, because I didn't watch the game. They started him and Westbrook and Paul George and Kawhi Leonard together.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mess. Like, Golden State figured it out. Chris Paul off the bench, run with the second unit. I don't know what the Clippers' thought process was. How are you supposed to play Russ off the ball with James Harden?
No,
he can't shoot.
Supposedly, no. James Harden's going to be playing the two. That's what Ty Lue said. That James Harden would play the two, and Russ would be playing the one.
Well, James Harden had 5 assists, which means he's not good playing off the ball. He's never had to do that.
Well, he did. Well, you got to remember, though, when he first came into the league with OKC,
that James Harden doesn't exist.
I'm just saying he wasn't playing the point then. He was playing the two.
He still dominated the ball in the second unit off the bench when he was running the show.
Yeah, he was a primary scorer. Yeah, but the point is that. But remember too, they had Reggie Jackson on that team too, so he was playing the two.
There's nothing about James Harden's game that says he can play off the ball. At this stage, what he's done for the last 8 years, how? His claim to fame has been dominating the ball, getting to his spot and shooting, or creating plays for other people. He'll have a 50-12 double-double. Like he's done that, but to just play off the ball like he's Clay or
But
Steph,
I don't
I
think
just
it's. I don't even think it's. But I don't think it's gonna be. I think what you're thinking about is him playing off the ball in terms of like coming off pin downs and you know staggers and things of that nature. I don't think that's going to be what he's doing. I think what he's going to be doing is being a secondary ball handler. So he's going to be coming, you know, dribble handoffs. He's still going to be coming off ball screens because the NBA is majority of it is ball screens. I just think that he's not going to be asked to handle the ball, or he's not going to be able to play that style where he has the ball in his hands and just is orchestrating the offense. To your point, so he's gonna have to sacrifice.
Definitely a sacrifice. I just don't see it happening. Real quick, we had a question, a fantasy question. I would not trade Diggs. I don't see the future in the Jets offense. So Breece Hall, low overhead to me. And if you're watching the same Chicago Bears offense I'm watching, I don't understand. Like,
yeah, no. Don't mess with DJ Moore. I got DJ Moore, and he's up and down. I wouldn't.
He looked great against Washington. Like, but I wouldn't
That was
give up
it.
big.
That was it. That's
I'm
it. That
guessing
was
that's
his high mark.
AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, and Jalen. Yeah, you good. If anything, I would. If you're gonna move Diggs, you can move him for a better running back because your running backs are iffy. But you can get much better than Breece Hall for Stephon Diggs, in my opinion.
JT, who's JT?
Jonathan Taylor, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I haven't really followed him, but I don't feel like he's been like that since he's come back.
Yeah, because what's my man that was with Buffalo? He had been playing well. I can't think his name is escaping me. But he had been playing well before Jonathan Taylor came back.
Zach Moss is
yeah.
Taylor had 18 for 47, 5 catches, 22 yards. So yeah, that's probably solid fantasy today. 5 catches, 22, probably 15 points, something like that. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think you got a solid group. I don't know what your bench looks like. And Stevenson, I have him. He's hit or miss. He had a good last week. So
yeah.
I think you can get
he's
instead of trying to get two,
though, you're not getting much.
True. But yeah, instead of trying to get 2, I would just get a better running back. Is that me? He talking who's Paul Peters?
Yeah.
Paul, don't make me get going. No, don't make me get going. And respect black women. How about that? Respect black women. But yeah, James Harden, I think him and Dame Lillard are gonna kind of live to regret these decisions. I think Dame might have a better chance at redemption. But I don't know how much love he's feeling right now, and I just don't know. I don't see it, and I'm definitely surprised at Philly. I would say that's the surprise of my season. I obviously was disrespectful because Chris was on, but I also didn't think they'd be that good. And they're figuring it out. They're definitely figuring it out. So shout out to them. Daryl Morey, he figured it out. I didn't even think the trade package they got back was worth James Harden, and they're still cooking. So, oh man, I don't know if this is a compliment or a shot. What we got going on, Kenny? Do you tell me? Is this shooting? Is Paul
somebody trying to cook? First of all, you ain't even got no picture when you're trying to cook.
Yeah.
Relax.
And Whoopi don't sound like this, so and I definitely don't sound like no girls.
You got
put some respect on Whoopi name now.
Picture action going on. But you know, I think what happened with Philly is one, we see that Tyrese Maxey is really ascending. Like that last year was definitely not a fluke.
As a playmaker.
He's putting the league on notice that he's, one of those guys that's the one that he has to don't post this guy. He's a clown. He's ascending into that, upper level or that upper echelon in terms of guards. So I think that's what that's one of the things that happened. But then we was killing Tobias Harris, or we were saying that what happened to Tobias Harris when James
Me,
Harden came. You know what I'm saying? So now I think he's kind of been, the shackles have kind of been come off for him a little bit, and then Embiid is being Embiid, and I think another underrated pickup. I've killed Daryl Morey, but I definitely when he made this signing, I applauded it because I'm a fan of his. Is Kelly Oubre.
yes, sir.
That was a really
Big
good
fan.
signing, so I got to give him credit for that. So I think those three things are really. And then the last thing is, man, basketball is about chemistry. That's a big, that's an underrated factor that a lot of people don't take into account when you're talking about building rosters and building teams. Like having that chemistry and having that connectivity where guys are playing for each other, making plays for each other. That
For
makes
sure.
a difference between sometimes winning and losing teams. And I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And from a chemistry standpoint, I also think I've been interested to see how teams meshed. Obviously, there was a lot of movement this summer. Golden State has meshed better than I thought. Phoenix, they can't stay healthy. And that was my issue before. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant aren't healthy. Another thing, and Paul, it's not that serious. Like, if you want to talk sports, we can talk sports, but you don't even got a picture. So we got to be able to go back and forth. We can have fun. I like to have fun. Oh man, he's turned his attention to the court. You can't hide your hand, Paul. We need to see so we can do this. We can do this. We appreciate
go back.
it.
Like, yeah, but
And don't put no catfish picture up neither.
That's
and
what you're looking like right now. One of them dudes that we see on the
who can't
reality
take
shows.
it? Who can't take it, Paul? Pause, because I ain't trying to do that. For those that do, but you know what I'm saying? Chill out. But yeah, I just think it's been an interesting experiment so far in chemistry. I'm looking at Milwaukee, and they're up tonight, but Dame's not even playing. Is he hurt?
Oh no, I just got home a little while ago, so I'm just getting to the game, so I don't even know.
Yeah,
I guess maybe he just got a rest night.
I guess. All right, this guy's good. But yeah, I don't know where he's at, but there's been a lot of teams trying to mesh. The Magic 4-3 early. I like it. Looks like the failure of the season so far. Actually, there's two. I got a shot for you, and I got to shoot at me. Boy, the Wizards look awful. Like, I knew there wouldn't be a lot of defense, but it is an open door, a super highway. Like, I don't know what the team defense is, like what we're averaging, but we got to be giving up 130 points a game.
Somebody scored like 152. Wasn't it 152 one night? Somebody
we gave up 140
on y'all?
I think so. We did beat the Hornets, so we're coming off a win. But the 76ers put up 146. The Hornets still put up 116. The Heat put up 121. The Hawks put up 130. Let's go back. The Celtics put up 126. And then we started the year beating the Grizzlies, who suck. Well, they're only team probably worse than us. And then the Pacers gave us 143, and the Raptors gave us 134. So we just been no D at all. And you can't win like that. So we struggling, but I gotta also say, you can feel free to trade him to our team, but Julius Randle's fit right in. I don't know what's going on with. I think I do know. I got two. One,
I can tell you. Go ahead.
He hangs out with a guy named Maul. Maul from the Joe Budden podcast is a loser, and he brings people down. Just kidding, but that's fun. The second part is I think the trade stuff got to him. Right before the season, I don't think he's been feeling it, and he's been shooting and playing low energy and flat out awful.
and he's dragging y'all down. And I think y'all gonna have to figure something out and go ahead and move him because he's in the way. Like, I like Jalen Brunson based on last year and what y'all could be this year, and he is in the way to me. I would get out of the way and let you talk Knicks, but your thoughts on Julius Randle?
Yeah, it's easy. Whenever Julius Randle is struggling, it's because he's forcing offense. It's an easy fix. You just got to get a ball up. Like you trying to beat double teams. You forcing shots against double teams. You're not seeing the open man. You're not under control when you're driving to the basket. I think that's another big thing, man. Is sometimes he just puts his head down and he gets out of control. He doesn't have vision, so he's not able to kick to the open man. I will say he's been a lot better the last couple of games, and then last night against San Antonio, he was better in terms of seeing the help and kicking to open guys. But I think that's the big. And the other thing too is that he's handling the ball. And I said this last year. The offense needs to run through Jalen Brunson. He's and of course I still read my New York Post. I still have the app on my phone, so I still read my New York Post every day. So he admitted himself that he needed to roll more, needed to be a guy that's getting the ball off of how getting it after, or being a finisher, or being a rim runner, or being being a roller, things of that, all of those things, instead of just being a guy that's initiating or trying to make plays for himself. He needs to allow other guys to make plays for him, and I think that's when he's going to be at his best. Because when he's trying to initiate offense all the time, or he's trying to make plays himself, that's when he struggles. That's when he starts turning the ball over, because he starts forcing shots. So I just think the offense just needs to run through Jalen Brunson. Let him be the initiator of offense. Let him be the facilitator of the offense, and guys make plays off of that. And then also, shout out to RJ Barrett, because RJ Barrett has been playing really well.
Yeah.
And he's really starting to really the game looks like it's starting to slow down for him, and he's really understanding where to get his shots and how to get his shots. So I think that's been a good thing. But I was concerned about Randle early in the season, but after these last couple of games, I feel a little bit better. We'll see how it go, see how it continues. But if we're gonna win, he has to play that way. He can't be the guy that's just putting his head down and just trying to score and just trying to make plays on his own. That's when we lose.
Fair enough. No, I agree. I just think it's run its course, and he'll make it through. But I think y'all would be better in the James Harden type scenario. But good win against San Antonio. I'm guessing he's talking basketball. Like, I think this is unanimous on this show, but it's Michael Jordan, or Tom Brady. Not sure which sport, but I don't.
That's a great bite. I guess because we were talking basketball, it's basketball, but he definitely did clarify.
Yeah. But I'm guessing if it's basketball, MJ for me. If you're talking point guard, it's a different conversation. I'm out. But let's get to it. We got games to pick. Like I said, y'all, if I pick it, you probably shouldn't follow me. I've been in the dumps, and I don't know what's going on. It's just life is not happening. But let me see what we got. First game is game tonight. It's 10-6. I have Chicago. I said that. Kenny, who you got tonight?
Yeah, Chicago. Well, I don't even care. That's a no. I'm not even watching the game. I'm watching Bucks and Pacers.
How is it? I know it was close.
119-117 with 2.5 left.
Oh yeah, I can switch to that.
Milwaukee's up. Actually, Indiana just tied it up. So yeah, I would definitely flip to that.
And that's on NBA TV.
That's another thing unrelated. Now that you made me think about. That's another thing I don't like about having to watch games on Amazon Prime, is that you can't flip back and forth. Like if you got a game on, if you're trying to watch something on TNT, so like when Thursday nights come with NBA TNT, and now we got a game tonight on NBA TV, you either got to watch one or the other. So I'm not really feeling that.
If I'm Amazon, I love that.
Oh yeah.
But I as a consumer, for sure, it's mad annoying. And that's why I'm not sure if we'll ever really get cable out of here. One, streaming just keeps going up. So it's not even the bargain it was supposed to be to compete with cable. But two, just the functionality of going from Hulu to Paramount to Fox Sports to ESPN to NBC to Amazon. It's just a lot.
You're right.
And I don't think they figured that out just yet. Oh, there was an option to skip up here. But yeah, we'll definitely be interested to see kind of how everything plays out. But we do both have the Bears. But again, like I said, we don't really care about that this evening. Oh, Pacers are up now. Let's see if we can get
Burton just hit a Halliburton rather just hit a 3.
Even better. But this other
pulled up in
he hit a big one the other night on like a walk-off. He's gonna there we go.
Yeah, no, Halliburton's legit, man. I'm a fan.
You think, obviously, in hindsight, do you see what Atlanta did? They reject what I say, and they continue to keep Murray and Young together. In hindsight, did Sacramento still make the right decision in trading Halliburton for Sabonis, given what Fox is and what Halliburton has become, and ultimately what Sabonis is?
I think that's one of those trades that's working for both teams, because Halliburton is really coming to his own with the Pacers, and I think that Sabonis is a great pick and roll partner for De'Aaron Fox. So I think it's one of those trades that have worked out for both teams.
Okay. Just curious. Let me see what we got. Okay. On to the next. Paul, you got to get more creative, buddy. Get more creative. We can do this, but if not, I'm gonna have to get you out of here because that's not entertaining. That's not what we about. Browns at Ravens. Deshaun Watson has returned. Lamar Jackson, my MVP pick, is starting to look more MVP-ish every day. Who you got?
I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens have found their rhythm. I think that they've, offensively, I feel like Lamar has gotten into a groove now, and he's, spreading the pill around. Everybody's getting to eat, and they diversified their offense. So I just think that Baltimore is rolling, and I'm a roll with the hot team, so I'm going with Baltimore.
I too am going with Baltimore, although I did pick Cleveland to start the year. I think they're just the Nick Chubb injury from the start, Deshaun being out is just, and Baltimore is seemingly hitting their stride. Odell finally got a touchdown. Shout out to him. I'm happy for him for sure. And they just seem to be moving in the right direction at this point in time. Whoa, look who's back. Damien. Amazon needs to cut weight. I mean, it's money. I'm sure they're getting great money in promo and advertisements. So I doubt that will happen.
And I think the NBA is not too far behind. So
what you mean?
So in terms of that's going to be the next thing that they add to Amazon Prime is NBA games.
Does Amazon have baseball? Or who had somebody?
No.
T-Mobile. Somebody has baseball, but it was
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Apple
You're
TV.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Well, yeah. We'll see what comes of it, but not. But I feel like the NBA is so many games. So what you think? Like League Pass would end up like Sunday Ticket is on YouTube. Like how would that work with basketball?
Yeah. No, I just think they're going to get. I think they're going to get How you calling us old and you going to bed at 9:30? Go to sleep, Paul. You're a funny guy. But anyway, I think it's gonna be like, kind of like TNT, where they get a night. You know what I'm saying?
I
Where
mean,
they get a
yeah,
night.
so like a Wednesday night, I'm sure would be a popular night. Nothing's really on
Well,
Wednesdays.
ESPN got that.
With the basketball's on Wednesday? I thought it was Friday.
Yeah, they got Wednesday and Friday, and then
Okay.
TNT has Tuesday and third. Well, I guess Tuesday and Thursday. So maybe they'll.
I don't know. They could probably start that Wednesday.
Yeah. Or take Tuesday and TNT keep Thursday has just Thursday. So I think they're gonna do something.
But if you do that, then you lose the.
Or maybe even Saturday night. Who knows? Whatever the money is, because I'm sure they're gonna throw a bag at the NBA.
Oh, of course.
So they'll get a night.
I need them to throw a bag at some boxers. That's what I really need. But
yeah. Well, I mean, Showtime boxing is there for the taking.
It is. Just quick update for y'all. 124, 121 in Indy. Also, slight pivot. I know we're supposed to be doing football picks. Now that it has started, now that you've seen it a little bit, do you understand the in-season tournament?
Nope.
Okay. Because I look at the schedule sometimes, and some games are NBA in-season tournament games, some aren't. I thought it was going to be blocked up. It's so weird how they constructed this. I don't get it.
Isn't it just Wednesday and Friday?
Is that how it breaks down? Because that makes no sense.
So.
But that would make sense if Amazon got the.
Because I noticed that these Wednesday and Friday games on ESPN.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting to see how it flows. I'm just watching.
Okay, so yeah, you might be right because Friday all the games say NBA in-season tournament group play. So maybe every Wednesday and Friday.
So it's Wednesday and Friday right now.
Matchup.
But I think it only goes from now to December or something like that, and then it goes to I guess it advances to the next stage, and then January is when the championship is.
I won't say he's worse than Stern. I think he's made the NBA a ton of money, but this tournament was too much. The play-in tournament, you got me. I didn't like it. You won me over. This, it just seems like a lot. Maybe once it gets to the end, it'll make more sense, and it'll be oh, it was a great idea, but I don't know.
I'm keeping an open mind because I was questioning the playing tournament. I wasn't sure about how that was going to look. Was it going to water down the playoffs? But it's enhanced the playoffs. So I'm gonna keep an open mind with it.
I think the great thing about that is it's a week, and it's obvious and apparent when it starts, what it ends, who's involved, and how people are impacted. This is just every team in the league's competing, so it's hard to keep up with whose record is what. Because when you go to the standings on the app, it's just going to show you the overall standings. So I don't even know where you can easily find the in-season tournament rankings or records, and I'm not about to do that individually for every team. So they got some coordination efforts. I think they should tighten up. Oh no, I stand corrected. ESPN does have an in-season tournament version of their standings.
Okay.
But it's just weird. The Knicks are tied with fourth with us because they lost one. We both lost in the tournament so far. So I don't know. Maybe they'll get it together and tighten it up, but I'm not the biggest fan as of right now. Let's get back to the picks. Colts, Patriots, Bill Belichick. Every time I say something, he finds a way to weasel his way back into success. And now, have you heard the rumors?
I have not.
rumor has it, and I didn't do enough research to go down the rabbit hole, but rumor has it he's trying to angle for the Washington job. So I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know that he has any ties to the area or why he would want to come here. Maybe he sees the future in Sam Howell, but you can keep it, Bill. Eric's our guy. We're good on that at this point, but they keep figuring it out. And conversely, Indy is also figuring it out. I thought that division would be weak. It's one of the more competitive divisions, and that's what Tennessee trying to tank. Like Houston's right there, Indy's right there, Jacksonville's I think won 6 in a row, I believe.
5, I think.
But 5.
I think it's 5.
So they're 6-2. Houston's 4-4. Indy's 4-5, and Tennessee's 3-5. All right, it's a solid division. So, very interesting to see kind of how it is continuing to play out. But as they keep going, I think they'll do well. And so for this week, I'm pretty sure I have Indy. Who you got?
Just another one I don't care about.
Indies look good.
Every time but you know, they run hot and cold though. Like
they got a young quarterback. That's gonna happen.
Oh, what's his name? You know, not Minshew.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He's not young anymore.
But I know. I'm just saying, like I feel like Minshew has been up and down, and as a result, they've been up and down.
And the games in Germany.
Yeah, that too. So like these Germany games have not the quality. That's another thing that, you know, we talking about these different alternatives and things in the sports. I think these Europe games have been duds. So they might have to really take a look at that, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they're gonna have to put a bye, like either before or after those games, so that these teams could go over there earlier or something like that. So because it seems like these teams that go over there and get there on Friday, and then they get the, you know, for the Sunday game, and it's trash. Yeah. So I don't know, but I'll pick Indy as well, just because New England. I just think, you know, they're a bad team. It's just not. You can't. Another team that can't really find any consistency, and just offensively, I just don't see enough. I think the Colts have more weapons offensively, and they just figure out a way to win.
Oh, he got smacked, whoever that was. I agree. To Damien's point, I think the problem when you make it for charity is it turns into the All-Star game, and people won't take it serious. So I think that's where the monetary, and that's why I think to even incentivize the coaches, they came back and said the coaches can get some more bread. So I think it was kind of a combination of the two that led to that. In relation to Washington, I think they're both gone. That by all accounts, like our defense is the worst part of our team. We just traded both of our DNs because our defense wasn't working. So I don't think if Ron goes, we will revolt in DC. Promote Jack Del Rio and his god-awful defense of coordinating capabilities to head coach.
Oh my goodness.
There's good energy right now. Magic and Harris have brought energy. We've made some decisions. We got some good draft picks, I think, back. I would have liked more than a third for Chase, but football trades don't make sense to me. Like the numbers, they don't add up. I feel like it should be way more stuff being traded when they're trading, and it just isn't. So it's just weird. But I'll take the second for Sweat. And let me also say, we wasn't paying him that. $100 million. We already paid Allen. We already paid Payne, and we had to get ready to pay Chase Young. There was no way we was going to put $300 million on the defensive line. So, if that's the going rate for him, we couldn't do nothing with that. So shout out to him. I enjoyed him while he was here as a player, but yeah, we couldn't afford that, bro. So live long and prosper. Enjoy. Oh, speaking of, is he playing tonight? I haven't even been paying attention. Now that I think about it, he should be out there on defense. But yeah, more power to him. Oh, absolutely, Damien. He's a baller. Don't get it twisted. I prefer him, and I do think he's a great player. Just not at that price point.
But let me ask you a question though. Like, how do you think that you guys are in full rebuild mode now? Because you pretty much traded the strength of your defense was your defensive line.
That was a misconception. I know that the names sound like that, but if you look at like our stats, we've been bad on defense. Like I watched the games. We regularly rush 4 and play zone, and teams cook us because yes, Sweat is good, Young is good, but none of them are Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Max Crosby. They're not them. They're not Von Miller. When you got that, you can just play zone. They're really good. They create a lot of pressure, but too often the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to just sit back and pick you apart. We have to bring pressure. And what I saw this past week, we started bringing more pressure because we wasn't so reliant on the D-line, and we started getting turnovers. We got opportunistic DBs that jump routes. When a quarterback has a lot of time, that is not good for aggressive corners. You need to go aggressive because you think the ball's coming out fast. We weren't creating enough pressure. I don't care what the stats say and win rate and all that stuff they talk about. I watch quarterbacks sit back there and cook us. So I wasn't the most upset when the decision was made.
But my other question, the other part of my question, do you think that y'all are in full rebuild mode now?
Oh no, that's what you don't see it. But the team has been, and that's why I said I think they believe in how, and maybe that's what Belichick sees. The team has been very, very quarterback of the future. Players, coaches, owner. The vibe is we have our quarterback. We're going for it. Now he just has to get better. But the pieces we got rid of, we got value back. Are we necessarily contenders this year? Maybe not that, but I don't think this was a rebuild. We're 4-5. Like we right there in the hunt if we get on the roll, and we've played the Eagles twice now. So we got the 2 Eagles games out the way. I think if things go the right way, we definitely could make a run. Now, I've said it all year. Sam Howell is up and down. He's a roller coaster. He's going to he'll throw a pick in the end zone, and then he'll throw a dime 50 yards on a post pattern and hit him in stride. He's similar to Taylor Heineke in that. Like they going to give you some. You just got to take advantage of it. Oh, I thought that was an easy strip. I don't know how the quarterback got out of that. That should have been a fumble. So yeah, this week we get Seattle. I think this is a great test. Seattle on the road. We're 4-5. They're 5-3. And then after that, we host the Giants. That's a must win. We go to y'all Thanksgiving. That's a coin flip. But then we end the year. Yeah, whatever. We end the year up and down. We host the Dolphins. We go to the Rams. We go to the Jets. We host the 49ers, and then we finish with y'all. So depending on where teams are at, San Fran, they got to get it together. And I think we will get better. I do think Sam Howell will continue to get better. I think we'll continue to get more timing. So I'm optimistic. I do not think management is in punt mode. Punt mode is trade Terry McLaurin or somebody like that. And we didn't make any of those decisions. You with me? I think you froze
can you
up.
hear me?
Oh yeah, you back. You back.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, I was
Another
just
good
looking
one.
at him. I was trying to find this Magic game.
Yeah, it's not seemingly starting. It was supposed to start at 9:30. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
but
on. It's 3-0
okay, then they
Atlanta.
blacking it out here. I gotta go to see what's going on. I can't watch this Magic game.
So I thought my iPad should be cool enough to be able to play both games, but it can't. Well, it can't handle it. But a game I did want to get your thoughts on, and then we can get ready wrapping a little bit. The Niners at Jags. I just talked about San Francisco. After watching Dak not spiking the ball when he needed to it last week. Well, I appreciate that. Amen. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Hey, we played Philly very close twice, so don't talk too crazy. That's all I'm saying.
So do we. We both got the same result.
That's all I'm saying. So don't act like we ain't competitive.
Yeah, y'all
lost to the Giants, didn't y'all?
No. Beat them 40 piece.
So who'd y'all lose to? Y'all had a bad loss. It was the Cardinals. The Cardinals was y'all bad.
Cardinals, that was a bad one. Yeah.
Yeah. Who we beat. So we'll see. It'll be competitive. I think it'll be, again, a great test to see who we are and where we need to get better. My question for you, Cowboy fan, is the league figuring out Micah Parsons?
No, I don't think so. I just think that he hasn't been getting home. Like he's one of the leaders in pressure, in terms of quarterback pressures. So I don't think it's that. I just think that he's not getting home. And then we had a lot of a few breaks or a few things that the ball didn't go bounce our way. The fumble with Swift rather. Then we had the strip sack. The strip sack that bounced right back into Jalen's hands, and then the fumble that it was almost a butt fumble situation where he ran right into AJ. That one fell right back, or the old lineman fell on that one. So we had to fight quite a few balls now bounce our way, which is part of the game. But my point is that
Trey Young just made a highlight reel play. Holy smokes.
Oh man. But my point is that we still was getting pressure. We still was getting, we still were getting to Jalen Hurts. So I don't think that people have figured out, Mike. I think that because, and here's the other reason is that our D coordinator Quinn does a great job of moving him around. So it's not like where teams can, or they could scheme to where they could chip on him, or send help to his side because he's always coming from the left or from the right. But I think Quinn does a great job of scheming, and where he comes from different places. We see him sometimes lines up at linebacker, and he'll shoot up the A gap, or him and DeMarcus Lawrence will line up on the same side. So you got to pick your poison. So and then of course he still rushes from the left. Rushes against the left tackle. So I don't think that they figured him out. I just think that he's just not being able to get home as much. So I think that's part of that's the whole sack game is that sometimes you get pressure, but you don't always get home.
Absolutely. Really quick, I am trying to do some quick research. Oh no, it's true. It is true. Dang. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Terrence Crawford has been stripped of his IBF belt, and it's been given to Jerron Boots Ennis because he refused to fight Mr. Ennis, and instead was trying, I guess, in the rematch with Crawford. I'm sorry, with Spence.
Yeah, but doesn't it go vacant? How do you just give it to Boots?
I don't know. It's a bad left hook. A bunch of people, boxing scene, are all reporting it. This is as of 4 hours ago. He's no longer undisputed. IBF has ceased the recognition of Crawford's reign due to his inability to satisfy a mandatory title defense obligation.
Oh,
IBF
yeah,
titleist Boonts
sorry.
is overdue title defense but cannot comply due to his contractually bound rematch clause with Errol Spence Jr. They sent the letter on August 25th, and it ended September 24th. Interesting.
But that's ridiculous. Since when so I'm reading this so how do you not recognize rematch clauses as exemptions to mandatories? Like if you sign a rematch clause, then that's your next fight. So what they were supposed to do the fight without a rematch clause? Like that don't make no sense to me.
I'm guessing before he made that fight, the IBF said, you need to fight Boots. And then after that fight, they realized there's a rematch clause, or they knew there was a rematch clause. So they said, hey, as the IBF, what do? You got the belt, the holder of the belt, not fighting for the belt. And this rematch probably won't even be for the belt. Because it's best case, they say it's going to be at a catchweight. So their title's just sitting there, and they're like, and Terrence is an easy target right now. He's super popular. I think they're trying to throw their weight around, and I think it's corny, but I can't say I don't understand it either.
Hey, you know what I say? Follow the money. They're trying to set Boots up, and shout out to him because I'm a fan. They're trying to set him up to they want to get a title fight. They want to get their money for a title fight because they don't stand to gain any money off of those sanctioning fees if it's going to your point about it being a catchweight for the rematch, because he's supposed to be at the rematch supposed to be at 154, right?
I've heard 152 or 154.
But either way, it's not going to be at welterweight. So
no, it is not.
They're not going. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to be able to get their. They're not going to be able to get their sanctioning fees for the bout. So that's what that's about.
And then if Crawford wins, which I think most people expect, now Crawford can come back down and become undisputed again. Now, once he goes up in the way they've handled this, he may say, bump it. I was undisputed there. He might try and really get to 154 undisputed, which I do think is real. So he might have made that decision with that in mind. Hey, I'll get the undisputed title. They'll strip me of it. I've already achieved the goal. And then I'll go win it at 154 and make history. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but that's a bold move. That's a bold move.
I don't think Bud tripping on them belts anyway. You know what he did.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think his plan was, I'm undisputed at 147. I'm going to go do it at a third weight class. And he said as much. Also on ESPN2, quick update. Iowa is playing Virginia Tech. They're up 4. I forget the girl's name.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark. She's a baller.
Yes, indeed.
So in LSU, hey, ladies, get it together. Keep it cute. Caitlin Clark, 39, 8, and 6 tonight. 13 of 31, 5 of 16 for 3. No. 2 other players are in double figures. But she's definitely carrying the load tonight. Let me get back to. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna ask. I didn't see the LSU game.
They got blown out.
I know, but Angel Reese, she wasn't wearing Reeboks, was she? I didn't see the game, so I don't know.
I didn't check. But you see they signed somebody else. Dang, I just seen it, and I meant to send it to you.
Reebok did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, I didn't see that.
I don't even know what the Google, but I just happened to see they had signed somebody else, but it looks like they're only showing Angel Reese. But there's somebody else. Oh, I think, before I say it incorrectly. They're only showing that, but let me see if I do it one other way. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Oh yeah, no, it is boxing scene. So I was true. Boom. Shakur Stevenson, Reebok.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So yeah, they working. Look at Paolo dribbling the ball up the court like a point guard in between the double team. Let's go.
Yeah, they doing me dirty. They blacking it out down off of NBA TV for me, so I can't watch it.
You don't have local?
No, it's part of the with YouTube TV. I don't get that. I think it's Bally, whatever it is. Yeah, I don't get Bally through YouTube TV, so I don't get to see those.
Look at Markelle Fultz still in the league, figuring it out. Congratulations to him.
Oh yeah, and shout out. I'm glad you mentioned Markelle Fultz. I gotta shout him out. One of my players, name is Jax. Great kid, super tough. He was diagnosed last year with cancer.
Wow.
And beat it. And one of the things he was able to do was go down to a Magic game, and Markelle Fultz was his host, and took him into the locker room, gave him a signed jersey, just rolled out the red carpet for him. So shout out to Markelle Fultz.
Shout out to Markelle Fultz. Shout out to Markelle Fultz. I was looking up something else. It's more jokes, but apparently James Harden went to a party last night after the Clippers lost to the Nets.
No, shocked.
Yes. Woo! Go James.
I can't believe it.
He's in LA partying after a game.
Game was in Brooklyn. That's got to be old.
Oh, was it? Mm-hmm. Oh, it did. It says lost to Nets, so maybe it was in Brooklyn. I just assumed LA. That's
okay.
But it was after lost to Nets. So he was back home. So yeah. And New York nightlife. Gotta love it. You would know better than me.
In the street.
Yeah, but I did want to ask, what do you think, San Francisco, Jacksonville, before we get out of here? How big of a game is this for both teams?
I'm looking forward to that game. I think it's a real, it's one of those things where you got Jacksonville really would give them opportunity to really cement themselves that they're a legit contender in the AFC. And then, with the 49ers, they're trying to break a losing streak. So I'm really looking forward to that game. I'm really excited about that game. And I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars, man, because I feel like there's a little bit of, I don't know, something missing maybe in terms of not really missing in terms of the 49ers, but I think there's something is a little off, like defensively. I think that's why they made the deal that they made for Chase Young. They need to get a little more pressure because they haven't in that same amount of pressure that they have been that they have been known for. And the secondary hasn't really been holding up like it used to. So I think that, and then also it feels like there's some things with the defensive coordinator. I saw now that now he's going to be on the field calling plays, and he didn't want to be up there. He'd rather be in a booth. So I don't know, if things are totally on the same page. And then the last thing is, and this is what we talked about. I said that we got to see, or we said that we got to see with Brock Purdy if he's able to bring a team back when they're down. Like he's been, to use a Skip Bayless term, he's been a front runner pretty much since he's been a starting quarterback. And so now that we've seen him have to deal with some adversity and try to and playing with some deficit, we haven't seen him be the same type of quarterback. So I think that they're still. I think the jury is still out on that, and I just think that the Jags are finally. The Jags have been rolling, and the offense is clicking, and they got a nice big. They got a nice three-headed monster in terms of Etienne, um, and what's my man's name? The wide receiver, number 0. I can't think of his name. I'm so bad.
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley, and Trevor. So I think that they kind of they got their rhythm now, and they're flowing. So, and I know the city is hyped about it, and I think it's going to be a really fun matchup. But I think the Jags are gonna pull this one out.
Yeah. I like you said, I've been a Jacksonville fan since really last year. I think they need to put it together. I would like Trevor Lawrence to be a better fantasy quarterback because he's not the best, but in real life, he is figuring it out and getting it done. A lot of talent down there. I said that when they got I felt they stole Calvin Ridley last year. Like, boy. And conversely, Atlanta could really use him this year. Like, I think that offense is getting to a place that with him, London, and Pitts and Bijan, you could have did something there.
Been something, yeah.
But these owners and their trigger fingers and these quick decisions, I don't know. Last but not least, and then I'll turn it over to you. Referees should have to take lie detectors or something. It's getting really bad. I didn't get a chance to come on here and talk about that roughing the passer call against us. But some of these calls are just really bad across. I'll use basketball and football. I don't watch enough other sports. But LeBron, y'all know I'm not the biggest LeBron guy. These are foul. These are almost flagrant fouls. They wrote the NBA, and the NBA said, "Nah, we ain't missed no calls." What? You didn't miss no calls? Like,
yeah, especially that one where he got hit upside the head.
yeah. Like, I don't know what's going on in sports.
That was blatant.
And I love sports, and I ain't gonna start that, but these refs, something got to happen. There's too many of these stories starting to pop up. I remember with Tim Donaghy and what he did long ago. So it's not that it's impossible. With as much gambling money as in basketball and in this country in sports gambling, something, I don't know what to do, but these refs going to do something that's going to cost a lot of people a lot of money, and a scandal going to come out, and there might be lawsuits to follow. Like, it's bad. And hopefully they can fix it before it get nasty. But I just think this is really starting to trend in the wrong direction. Like, I'm glad that gambling is bringing the money, but this is getting a little nasty. Even some of the players, there's been some questionable things. But I digress. Coach, before we go, what you got for the people?
Yeah, well, this probably gonna be, I'll be in and out for a while. We gearing up. Season starts week of Thanksgiving, so we're gearing up. And now we're full go, so we're going, every day except for Sunday. So I jumped on today because I have, fortunately, I have off from work tomorrow, and we're on practice till tomorrow night. So. But yeah, I'll be in and out. Probably won't be back until like right around the holiday break. But y'all hold it down.
For sure.
And everybody keep tuning in. I'll pop in here. I'll pop in here and there when I can. But yeah, just gotta coach the youngins.
I love to hear it. So definitely keep us updated on the season.
Absolutely.
The win-loss. Don't be lying. We will Google it.
Oh, no. Max Preps. We gotta. They keep our record on Max Preps, so there's no. You can't cap. And let me also say that we are working on. Shout out to Ray Cruz. We are working on getting access to our streaming feed so that ASAP can broadcast some home games. So stay tuned for that. I got to talk to which would just remind me, I got to talk to the IT guy at our school.
The funny thing is, I was literally thinking, I wasn't gonna say it on here because, like, man, you might could partner something. ASAP could sponsor something, or
we're working on it. So stay tuned for that. We'll
okay.
We're trying to get.
I'll call the game too. What you mean? No, I'm just playing.
All good.
But nah, that's amazing. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Well, yeah, we understand. I'll be here holding it down with my guys. ASAP pay-per-view this Saturday, Jay. Put it at what time? Muay Thai. What time, Jay? East. What time and what time frame? So for our fight fans, I know we were talking about boxing earlier. We have some pay-per-view events we are streaming on our app, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Starts at 6. I'm guessing at 6 Arizona time.
What, Pacific? Or just make sure you put that time zone in there too.
Yeah. I think Arizona specific or Mountain, I'm not sure. But also like, share, and subscribe. You can purchase tickets here at Premier Fighting Alliance. PremierFightingAlliance.com. And I don't know exactly where it is. This is on the fly, but it's in Arizona. So it is in Arizona. If you're in the Arizona area, tap in. ASAP will be in the building. You can stream it on pay-per-view or purchase tickets there at PremierFightingAlliance.com. That was weird. It felt like an ad, but support our stuff. That's what it is. But yeah, thank you, Kenny, for jumping on. I know it isn't easy. I know my day has been long. I can't wait to lay down for the first time in a little bit. I've been at 2 concerts. So I've been up early, late nights, a lot of stuff going on, but we here for y'all. So appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate the comments. Even the funny guy, I don't know what was going on with that, but we appreciate everybody, our fans and our haters. We need you both equally. And before we go, Jay said, can't wait to see you, Coach. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have that in the works. So definitely glad to hear it. And I will definitely be providing my commentary on Coach's coaching abilities. As I said, there's no such thing as a great coach. So it means you can't necessarily be a terrible coach. So, we'll see how it goes. But we are out.
Any keys, tempo, hey time, let's go.
We bring that real talk